morning, everyone. This is another opportunity to learn at Omega Bio, and this time around, it is no longer biology. It's no longer means that this is the time to learn the language of the future, and that is going to be the data science, and which is the newest oil in town. Okay, and the last decade was actually meant for discovery of oil, and we can see how many people on how many industries and individuals that have actually made it through what is called um, oil. So this time around, we are going to talk about a different thing, and that's going to be Python this time around. So I want to welcome you to this special edition because it is an edition that actually is going to be for me and you. Okay, so don't forget what we do. In our earlier video, I've been able to actually inform us about the 30 days challenge, which is kicking off very, very soon. And this time around, I have made several videos which is going to be an action part that you are going to make use of in the coming days. So this time around, we are going to do certain things today, and we are going to make use of Google Colab as our notebook to be able to learn about Python. Now, just like I said, the first class is actually centered on so some of us will know how. Okay, let's see. If you don't know how we got to this place, let me just show you. This is our browser. Go to Google, and when you get to Google, just go and type Google Colab, and click on Google Colab. The first one with this kind of with this logo, that's what you are going to see. Just click on it. It's going to take you where you talk and you pick this. So if you have not signed up, if you have not registered before, just sign up. It doesn't require any other thing apart from your email or Gmail. So just pick up, open the new notebook for this course, and it's going to be new notebook. So it's going to take you to this platform. While it is loading, wait for it until it is fully loaded. So the first thing we will do is to write our first code. You should be able to write our first code. We are moving from 0 to hero. So, and you should be able to write the first code. The first code we want to write, and which you ought to be aware of, is that number one, there are certain key terms that are that is very common in Python, and one of it is print. Print means execution, that asking the computer to perform a specific task. That is print. So if you say your name, what is your name? Let's say your name, put it in quotes, is Michael. Okay, Michael. So if you want to print, if you want computer to carry out your information, your execution of your task, just write print, then in bracket, print that name you want computer to print. So, and I told you that if you want to execute it, you either use this place for your execution, or you print, you type, sorry, you click on control and enter. Control and enter. So let's see, this is the first. We are already running the first. Yeah, you can see. Okay. Another one is a comment. Let's see, you have comments.
Okay, the second thing is that we want to write
like
the
this.
first running
So you can see, because comment is a keyword, that's why the computer is underlining it. Let's use another word. Sentence. Okay. Sentence.
Okay, then thereafter we'll now move to
if your sentence is
what are they?
Variables.
So, and we
Are
have
we
to
safe?
well, anyway, let's begin with the first one. Is that what is
So
Python? I told
so
you
if you want to
Python
print
is
now, what are you going to print? Print print
your coding, whenever whatever you are entering as your input. So
save
the Python language is going to interpret it.
You're supposed to write save.
Computer is going to understand it more.
So
it is an
this is a
language that will speak
are
your
we
mind.
saved? Please, are we all saved?
Computer. It is
that is it. Another thing that you want to, another code, you can just say A.
And you.
Let's say A is equal to
I
15.
told you this is an era of artificial intelligence.
B is equal to.
What we are talking about now is that if
3.
you want to
So if
language,
you want to execute, just print execute print.
If you are really
instead of you to write this, just write A multiplied by
just for you to be able to
B.
understand.
Let's see what is going to be 45, which is 15 multiplied by 3. So apart from that, you can also see that this is sentence. Okay, let's say request menu.
Okay, now the first
let's see, you
one
have a menu
so we want to move
food.
to the environment
Okay,
of
they're asking you
now. So that is the
you just say
environment. So we now want you to interact with computer. So the
Amala.
first thing you need to know is that okay, just say
Apple.
assume that this is a name.
It has to be encrypted.
Okay, since we are going to know more about this, just put it in quotes. Position which could be true.
I want you to be observant.
Print.
Anytime there is
computer to do
any error, you can see this place will indicate, it's already indicating with color red that is you are committing an error. And you can also see it here if you are doing something that is an error that is going to lead you to error. This one's going to tell you and highlight it for you. So why is this one highlighting it? Because the bracket we are using is not a large bracket. So let's see. So you can see because you have not closed it, that's why it's still in red. So if you now close it, you see it's going to be that. So if you have to print, just print.
Now let's try and print another one. Let's say we have
so like on your menu list, let's say on your menu, when you get to restaurant, your menu list, you have apple, you have amala, you have fufu, you have all of this, and you want computer to display that menu list for you. Just write menu and list all those items, then you will print. Computer is going to print it out for you. So that is that. Another thing is you can just say
now have it in form of your age.
Let's say
just say print
name is equal to
22. Now you can say that
name is equal to
name is equal to
so let's say the distance you cover with your car.
Okay, and
distance
age. So I want you to
covered.
Of the arrangement of your
let's say so I also want you to make sure that all your is equal to they align together. So it doesn't actually mean the position, but make sure they are on this straight line. This line, just write 45 as so if you want to print, so just print name, comma, and distance. So let's see. You can see Mike 45. So that is to tell you that even if you don't know anything about coding, you can easily run Python code. Very, very simple. So you can see now you have already done your first coding. Okay. Now, I want you to try this one. The question is print full name on the screen. Print your full name. So if you want to write this, let's say you want to do the go to the text, and this is the question. So the question is print your full name on the screen of your computer. Okay, so you go to the code environment. So print your full name. So you just say
your statement, if it is
full
sentence
underscore name, or you can say my underscore my underscore full name is equal to, you put it Adeoti
So just
Olatunde
okay. Let's see
Simi.
sentence.
Okay, so if you want to print, what are you going to print? Print my underscore full underscore name. That's what you will print. And don't forget that you have to be very careful. You don't use a
Apart from that,
capital letter, that
you
is
can also have
uppercase.
Python
So
to be in form of
Python
these
is going to
calculations.
understand it.
For example, you can say
You're going to
um,
understand it in another way. So let's say you want to print it. Let's see.
is
I
equal
deal with your
to
Latin team. That is your
10
full name. So after that,
a
we want you to also print another thing that you need to do
and say
is you have to print
so step aside. So if
your
I execute
favorite
print
food.
a
Print
plus
your favorite food. So
a
and you want to run it.
multiplied by
Want to run it on the cell, okay?
what is going to
The
be
different cell code.
so you can see this
So
one is already
just say
getting you and giving you
favorite.
what it
Just say
needs to
food.
be able to write your first code, which is
Hmm?
Python. So
Say
the next thing after that is that we need to look
beans.
at
So
what
you have to print.
variables
You are not printing
are.
beans.
So
You
a
are
variable is
printing
just
what?
like a
Food.
box with a kind of
So that's your
different types
favorite
of
food.
names
I'm
in it.
already
But
printing it
inside
up.
the box, you
Okay.
have a lot
The
of
another one is that what do you understand by
items inside that
comments?
box.
What do
So
you
that
understand
is
by
what
comment?
is
A
called
comment
a
is
variable. For
nothing.
example,
A
now
comment is
under
just a
variable,
set of
we
code,
have what is called
set of
the
code that you write on computer.
comments.
Now,
Comment.
I want you
Your comments will
to
be in form of
know something.
will
I
be in
want to
form of
introduce you to what is called a markdown. Markdown.
yes, it could be
Okay?
in form of comment.
Markdown.
So this is
So,
the
markdown.
tag.
There are
Hashtag
different types
is
of
the
markdown. We have
symbol
single
for comment. So
bullets
anywhere you see it,
markdown,
that is it.
and
So
we have
comment is like
multiple.
asking
So the
you
one
to
you are
take
going to, so
notes,
it is highly
take
represented
note
by
of what you are
this
doing. So
three
just
times.
to guide
So
the
at the end of your
reader
statement,
about your code.
it is like this.
So
Let's say
I want to believe that
let's say
today
you just
we
go
have been able
to
to
tell
learn more about what
ChatGPT,
Python is all about.
chat,
We learned about the
let's say you have
first Python or Pythonic
ChatGPT.
coding in Pythons. Okay, so you can see what it is.
Let's. This is another opportunity to learn the Python with a focus on working with string, that is text. This is going to be this third series in lecture 3. So we are going to look at okay, sorry for that interruption. Sorry for that. Let us assume that you want to write an emotional farewell message to friends in distress. Okay, write it in poetic formats and make sure it is not more than 400 characters. Okay, so we are telling ChatGPT to do that for you. Okay, so let's see. That's already written this, my dear friends. Though storm may steal our skies today, no, no, my heart still walks your way. When shadow whisper, hold this truth. Our bond outlive the fleeting youth. Farewell for now, not forever. Pain or peace, we part but never sever. So just copy this. Copy this. Let's say we want to punctuate it in Python. Copy it. Come here. So don't forget that I said you have this is a markdown. So under this, just copy this. So you copy the whole of this. Don't forget. So just copy it so that we'll be able to paste it. Okay. So go to code, post it there. You see. So now, that is what? That is a markdown. So whenever you are writing your markdown, you will write it in this format. So sorry, can you see it now? Hmm? Can you see it now? So the sign on this is a different topic entirely. It's a different topic entirely that you need to know. But wherever you see LNE, this LN, it means another line. You can see what you have here is my friend. In another line, though storms may steal our skies today. Another line, you see. So if you want to put this one to be on a straight line, just make sure they are putting this sign at the end of the day. So this part of what markdown is actually being used for, and you need to master that. Okay. So you are just like I said, you can just do simple mathematics in Python as well. Let's say you have x is equal to 15, y is equal to 14, and you have another one which is t is equal to um, x by y. Okay, x by y. So if you want to print now, what are you going to print? You print x. Sorry, print t. So let's see. That means it is 15 divided, multiplied by 14. That's why it is like this. So you can actually do a lot of tasks in Python whenever you are in this Google Colab environment, and it actually depends on what you want to use it for. So today we have seen how you can actually do your first code or first coding exercise by the use of a Google Colab like the environment. So for example, let's say you want to print, and I told you print means execution. We are telling the computer to be able to execute a task. Python is the language. So Python is just like a kind of intermediary translator uh, between the human idea and the computer idea. So print, um, we want to print in brackets Python is easy. So let's see. Can you see that's printed? So depending whatever you input to the computer, it is the computer that will now introduce it and that will now interpret it for you. So okay, let's say my favorite color is black, is blue. Okay, so that's already printed it for. So what we are saying in essence is Python. This is, you are a beginner in Python, and you are just writing. You are using Google Colab to write in form of notebook for you to be able to write your code. So you can see I've written all this in Pythonic code. So and that's the same way a beginner, just like you, can start and should start. Don't forget that the target of this lesson is to make sure that you move from zero level to hero level at the end of 30 days. So once again, we are starting on a very good note by listening to this on YouTube. There are other videos that are related to Python on YouTube. Please try and do research on that. Try and look for them, watch my videos. If you have any questions, you are free to tell me, let me know in the comment section. So don't forget, this is just the beginning of a very long journey. And the journey of 1,000 kilometers starts with just a step and a step in the right direction. Once again, I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you for your listening attention. So thank you and see you in another video. Thanks.